Hi, parents. I've been talking to your kids, and I thought, maybe I'll take just a minute and talk with the parents as well, and just give you a tip that I learned as I've been studying and thinking about parenting and reading books. Dr. Scott Taransky had a thought that I thought was brilliant, that I wish I had known when I was a parent. I don't know how many of you guys do timeouts with your kids. They're having a bad attitude, having a hard time, and so you put them in timeout. I did that with my kids sometimes to discipline them, but I didn't give them any instructions about the timeout. Sometimes when they came out of the timeout, I would say, hey, you have to say you're sorry. But Dr. Scott Taransky says instead of calling it a timeout and putting them in their room as punishment for however long, he suggests that you tell them that they need to go on a break, but to send them on a break with a mission. And the mission is to figure out the answer to these three questions. The questions are, number one, what did I do wrong? Obviously, they did something wrong, otherwise they wouldn't be sent to their room. What did I do wrong? The second question is, why was it wrong? And that's kind of a thoughtful question to make them think a little deeper about why was it wrong? How did it make other people feel when I did what I did? And then the third question is, what will I do next time? Which makes them think about, okay, I did wrong. This is why it was wrong. But now I don't want to keep doing the wrong thing. I want to learn from that and do better next time. And that just helps them think all the way through it and have a plan for the next time they start having the same scenario. Do you have the same scenarios that happen over and over and over with your kids? And this helps them think it through so that you can have a better scenario next time. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. And instead of setting the timer and making them sit in their room, I don't know if you have any strong-willed kids that just sit in their room and pout the whole time and they come out with a worse attitude than you sent them into the timeout with. Well, this solves that dilemma. You tell them you need to stay in your room until you've thought through those three questions and can come out and talk to mom or dad about it. That way, if they have a change of heart, because that's what you're after, is not just, an I'm sorry so they can get out of the room. You're after a change of heart. So as soon as they can come out, whether it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes, as soon as they can come out and say, you know what, I see what I did wrong. I did this. It was wrong because it affected others in this way. And next time, this is what I'll do. If you go back and you listen to the honoring video that we did and to the one on the 7 magic letters, those are things that can help you help your child think through these things. Usually when they're having to be sent to their room, they have dishonored in some way somebody. And so you can refer back to the, why was it wrong? Because it was dishonoring. Well, why was it dishonoring? Take the scenario where the two kids are fighting over the remote control and the one pushes his sister down. Well, it's dishonoring because I hurt my sister and I was rude to my sister and I made her cry and that was wrong, right? But then you think, well, okay, what am I going to do next time? Well, next time I'll suggest, because I'm the older one, that maybe we could just share the toy and she could take the first turn. So it just helps them to think through it and helps you to think through it and bring them to a better solution so that you don't keep having the same problem over and over again. So the last little tip I want to leave you with is that if you're teaching your kids the honoring principle and you're teaching them the 7 magic letters to say, I'm sorry, you need to practice them yourself. And so here's the deal. As you're teaching your kids about honor, sometimes you're going to blow it. And you're going to say a cross word to one of your kids who's just irritated you once too many times, right? Or you're just going to lash out because a situation was so stressful. So what you need to learn to do is to do just what you're teaching your kids to do. When you blow it, just say, hey, listen, son, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have talked to you in that way. And it's kind of counterintuitive. You think if I apologize, they'll think less of me, but actually it doesn't work that way. When you apologize, your kids know when you've done something wrong, particularly if you've been teaching them these principles. When you apologize, it actually enables them to respect you more. And we have had the sweetest times when I have apologized to my kids. Sometimes it has been the sweetest and most precious times. So don't hesitate to apologize when you blow it. But that's my prayer for you all. As you're home and with your kids 24/7 these days, because we don't have any outlets, my prayer for you is that this will be a time where you can disciple your children to be practicing honor in your home and to be practicing the 7 magic letters of I'm sorry.